So, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at how to create the Junkion combiner, which I deem Junkasaurus, and I'm sure many others deem it Junkasaurus. This is basically what you're going to need. So, pretty much, you're going to need 2 of this mold, or, in this case, as I mentioned later on in the review, I'm doing this after, because I already had it together, and then I realized I didn't take a picture for the thumbnail. So now I got to put it back together. Or you can use the axle grease or lockdown, whatever one you want to use. And they're basically needed for the legs. You're then going to need Trash Master. He's the only one I don't think that has an alternate version. Or then you need Crash Bar or Road Pig. Road Pig is available in the Star Seekers line, just like Lockdown. And I believe they're in the same way because they're both on shelves together at my local Walmart. So if you are looking for those, they exist, apparently. And that's what you're going to need. So let's just kind of get into how to create the whole robot mode. So to get into the combination here for the Junkasaurus mode, you're going to need at least these guys, like I showed. So what you're going to want to do is have your scrap hook mold in the alt mode. So in this case, toe line, scrap hook. You could also use, in this case, since we're actually later on with this, so you have toe line, scrap hook, you have axle grease, and I also have Lockdown here off to the side. He's the Friday review, so he's going to be uploaded then. But he's there as well, so you can use any of them as the lags for it. And then you're going to need Trash Master. I'm pretty sure he's the only one who's wholly unique. In this case, you're going to need him. He's also going to have to be in his alt form. And the only one that needs to be in the robot mode, really, is... why am I forgetting this? Crash Bar. I always forget his name. You need Crash Bar, or Road Pig also works. Road Pig is in the same line as Lockdown here. So, technically, if you missed 2 of these guys, you could get the new ones. I might actually pick up a Road Pig, if I'm being honest. But, as far as it goes, let's just kind of get into this. So, the first thing we're going to do is strip everybody of their extra accessory parts. So, in the case of him, you're going to remove his handlebars, his guns. We're going to leave him basically as is, minus this back section. We're going to come to these guys. Now, these guys have the most accessories, so you're going to need to remove the tow hook. You're going to need to remove the shield and these. But you can leave the front sections in there. Same thing goes for tow line here, obviously, or the mystery machine. You take that off, and ta-da. So that's what you got left. Let's see if I can get this to peg together correctly. This is bothering me. There we go. For some reason, the tolerances on these guys are shot. The best one I got is Lockdown. I got him literally today that I'm recording this. The day before my birthday. My birthday is the 29th. Which is the day this will be going up on. But as far as it goes, that's what we do for these guys. Now to start the conversion, we're going to take the leg boys. So for the legs, it's pretty basic actually. So you're going to unpeg the back section and then undo the doors. So once you undo the doors, you're going to rotate the legs around, come into the bottom here, and get this to move, which on toe line is absurdly hard. I have no idea why. After you've done that, scrunch them down at the knees, bend them, and then take the doors back here, fold them in like that, like you're going into robot mode, and you're going to leave them like that. And that is going to be what they do. That's what they look like in the lag form. So the same thing goes for a scrap hook. Remove that section, rotate it, come to the legs again, flip the feet out. He has the easiest ones. I don't understand the tolerances at all. Like usually the tolerances are super tight with the first figure. But no, the best one, like I said, is Lockdown. I don't know why. I don't own axle grease, so I have no idea. But best one of these guys to me is Lockdown. But you're going to get that right there, which I know looks a little bit funny, but it is what it is. Either way, you're going to be looking at, like, nothing. So, take it as you will. This is the way I found it best to put them. The next thing we're going to want to do is take him. Now, for him, for Trash Master, you're going to fold down the legs and then rip them off, like that. So, you're going to do that. You're then going to come up to the front and also rip off these sections. But this doesn't actually go very far. Peg it onto the roof, like so. So once you peg that onto the roof, just make sure everything else is pegged in, like the back here that does like to move. Just make sure it stays pegged in, because it is pretty important to the overall combination. And he will look like this, but we're obviously not done because the most stuff here happens with Crash Bar. And take these and fold these down like this. And put them off to the side like so. So Crash Bar here, the first thing you do is rip his legs off, and then I just rotate. I don't know why. You don't need to do that one. And then fold away his head like that. For the legs, straighten them out like this. And this will be your left, and this will be your right. And again, you're going to want to have the wheels up the top. So you're going to want these pegs facing downward. Now, once you've done this, his body's a little bit intriguing. What you're going to want to do is come in here and take Crash Bar's guns. So this is the first thing you'll need accessories, really, for. And with Crash Bar's guns, you're going to take them, and they peg into these peg holes on the arms, like so. Now, once you do that, you're going to take Crash Bar himself, and he kind of, like, folds up a little bit. So you're going to take the arms and do that. So there's a way to do this. You can do it with them attached, but I just kind of wanted to show it clearly first, if I'm being honest. Because it is a little bit hard to see when you're putting Crash Bar on with the guns. So you just kind of take them off again here, just to show you where they go. And Crash Bar does fit on perfectly, which is a little strange. You just take these, do that, and then you take Crash Bar, fold them down like so. And you kind of take the thighs there of Trash Master, and they perfectly fill this gap. I know he's looking forward, but you can't really rotate his head, so that kind of sucks. Anyway, once you've done that, you can take the guns here, fold them whatever which way you want. Doesn't really matter. Leave them the way you have them. I don't know. Just whatever one. And that's going to be the start of this. The next thing you want to do is take Trash Master's lower legs and then peg this peg into the hole on the foot of Trash Master. And there you go. That is the torso of Trashosaurus. Almost done. You're going to take the tails. Yes, the tails, which are the toe hooks, which is a very good thing to me. And then take the shields here, and you're going to attach those to the peg holes on the sides between the wheels, like that. Once you've done that, you can then take the respective leg you want to use, and you can put that on. So, in this case, here's toe line. He goes on stupidly hard for some reason, and he goes on pretty well. And there we have that. Again, there's a lot of ways that this can go. He can be really high up or he can be really low down, but for some reason his scaling is completely weird, so I can't get him to be high enough that the big setup works, but it seems the low setup's the one I have to go with, which is really unfortunate because he's quite big. So the next thing we're going to want to do is take the legs of Crash Bar. Now with Crash Bar's legs, you're going to take the smoke stacks here, or the little pipes that go on toe line and whatever. Again, you do get these same pieces with lockdown or axle grease, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. All of the things are still in use. The only thing you don't get is this. That's it. That's the only thing, or the toe hook tail thing, but I don't really think he needs to. I'm just basically using all the parts. Being honest, put the arms on. I know they're not symmetrical, but again, it's a junk monster. It doesn't matter if it's symmetrical. It's a junk monster. Who cares? It's not called the Junkasaurus for nothing. A little out of focus because there's a lot going on. And then the last pieces we have here are the mouth section and the pipes. So you're then going to take the pipes, put them on like that, and then take this little section here up top and peg that in there to become the head. And I'm going to do a little bit of straightening up here real quick. And so here we have Junkasaurus, and basically, yeah, it's a big thing. This is what a Junkion combiner would look like. I guarantee you this is genuinely what they would do. And it's interesting, like I said, I hit all of the main beats. You don't need an extra figure, really, except for this. But again, this thing's been released 4 different times, and it's really not that hard to get a hold of one of this version, other than the main one. So, do what you will with that. The arms, I seen versions where you need 2 versions of Crash Bar, which that's possible now for me if I want to get Road Pig, like I said. But I like having the one, and I know it's a little weird because these are like that, and it's the hollow side. You could flip him if you want. He does have little claws there. The mouth can open and close. And, I mean, it's a giant, like, thing. It's a giant monster made of metal and parts of whatever. The toe hook tails are very good. See, the thing is, if I had a second Crash Bar, I think what I would do is I'd make a tail. Because that's, like, the big thing. Would be like a tail. That would be awesome to have. A big-ass tail to come off this back of him. That would be awesome. I might do that, actually, if I ever do get that Road Pig. If I go back and he's gone, oh well, but if he's still there, I'm going to buy him. But as far as it would go, it doesn't look bad. I know it's a little bit out of frame here. Because like I said, I tried using the big setup, but I couldn't get it to work. And I tried doing the low setup, and now it's still too big unless I tilt him forward a ton. And it's just a weird little monster. It takes up a good bit of shelf space. It's not very articulate. I wouldn't recommend moving it. I mean, it's there. You do have shoulders and elbows, and the legs have, like, knees and everything, but wouldn't recommend moving the guy. He's not exactly sturdy. And again, the way that I did it with Crash Bar up here is he's kind of the glue of the thing. Without Crash Bar, the thing doesn't work. It might look like it'll work. It doesn't. You need Crash Bar because he's what holds the legs on. Plain and simple. And that is basically the combination and the Junkasaurus. So if you do want to do this, of course, if you have these figures, it's pretty easy. You just watch how to do it. It's a great little thing to do with them. There's not really much more you can do with these guys other than just stand them on a shelf. So it's just a little play function you could do, kind of akin to the fossilizers. I still wish the weapon guys do it, and I don't think the new Legacy United rock guys do anything like this, which is kind of a shame, honestly. I'm pretty sure we have all of them at this point. They only made like 2 molds because they're stupid. Please tell me there's another one on the way I don't know of. Please. But that's it for this video, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching.